You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports fans, I believe that no athlete wants to be known as a quitter. To an athlete, I believe that they feel that is the biggest insult to them to be known as a quitter. No athlete wants to go down in history and be known as a quitter. Now, Simone Biles is no different. And Simone Biles, she quit on a team earlier this week. We have actually talked about that. And that has probably been the biggest talking point from the Tokyo Games. She withdrew from individual competition as well. And now she's firing back. But before that, she had said that she was going to focus on her mental health. That was on Tuesday. Today is Friday, and she has responded and blasted her critics and says that she did not quit. But however, her excuse this time is actually different from mental health. So let's go ahead, let's dive into this, guys, because this is very interesting right here. Simone Biles fires back at critics after withdrawing from events. Quote, "I didn't have a bad performance and quit." Close quote. Interesting take right here. So let's go ahead. Let's kind of break this down here because she gives a new excuse as to the reason why she dropped out. And folks, it has nothing to do with mental health. It seems like it actually has something to do with physical health. But however, Simone Biles is trying to combine those into one and say it's mental health. It says Simone Biles on Friday addressed allegations she quit on her U.S. gymnastics teammates when she decided to drop out of team and individual all-arounds at the Tokyo Olympics. Biles did a Q&A on her Instagram stories and explained she was getting the twisties on the vault and floor events of competition and said she suffered through them before and they are petrifying. Now, guys, you may not know what twisties are. Twisties is essentially muscle memory. When the gymnast is in midair, they experience these, what she's calling twisties, and that's why she was actually landing wrong. Okay? Twisties. That seems physical right there, not mental. But however, folks, if you remember, Simone Biles never mentioned twisties earlier this week. This is what she said earlier this week. Quote, "Whenever you get in a high stress situation, you kind of freak out and don't really know how to handle all of those emotions, especially at the Olympic Games." Biles told reporters on Tuesday, "I have to focus on my mental health and not jeopardize my health and well-being." In an Instagram post Monday, Biles described feeling, quote, "like I have the weight of the world on my shoulders at times," she wrote. I know I brush it off and make it seem like pressure doesn't affect me, but damn, sometimes it's hard." Close quote. So that was her take earlier this week, talking about pressure. But now she's talking about the twisties, which is actually physical. But let's go on. She answered 10 questions on her performance before withdrawing from the events before addressing the know-it-alls and the criticism she received for dropping out. Quote, "I didn't have a bad performance and quit. I've had plenty of bad performances throughout my career and finished the competition. I simply got so lost. My safety was at risk as well as a team medal. Therefore, the girls stepped up and killed the rest of the competition and won silver. Queens. Hence why we have 4 team members, because all of us can compete in team meet. Not just me," she wrote. Every former Olympic gymnast who broke down Biles' vault was amazed on how Biles was even able to land. Biles said she was even lucky to land the trick. Now, yeah, she was absolutely pretty pathetic, landing. I actually saw it. It was not looking good whatsoever. It wasn't. It really, really wasn't. But let's move on here. Quote, "I also have no idea how I landed on my feet on that vault because if you look at the pictures and my eyes, you see how confused I am as to where I am in the air. Thankfully, I landed safe enough, but I also didn't think some of you realized I was supposed to do a 2.5 and only completed 1.5 twist before it looks like I got shot out of the air. Almost there, but not quite. Still 0.5 twist to go, she said. Biles added she started experiencing the twisties in competition. Folks, I'm not hearing anything about mental health right here. Nothing. Not the weight of the world. I'm just hearing stuff that is physical and not mental. But she goes on, no, this was not happening before I left USA. It randomly started happening at the prelims competition the very next morning. By that time, no alternate was allowed to be placed in my position for all you know-it-alls. We have 4 on a team for a reason. I chose not to continue team competition and jeopardizing losing a medal of any color for the girls. Also, for my own safety and health. For anyone saying I quit, I didn't quit. My mind and body are simply not in sync. I don't think you realize how dangerous this is on a hard competition surface, nor do I have to explain why I put health first. Physical health is mental health. You see where she tried to tie the two together, because at first it was actually mental health. And now we actually find out it's actually more physical. But, the media ran with this whole narrative, and she actually put it out there. I already told you guys, she said that she needed to focus on her mental health. I mean, it's right there. Simone Biles withdrew from final to focus on my mental health. Had nothing to do with the twisties earlier this week, but now it seems to have everything to do with physical health. Now, she just came out and said earlier in the week that, hey, I had the twisties. It was physically dangerous. I can actually accept that. But that's not what she said. She said it was mental health, talking about the stress of the world being put all over you. Now it's a different story today. Now she's trying to combine them together where she said physical health is mental health. This seems almost like a contradiction to me. I know I'm not a gymnast expert whatsoever. I'm just finding out about this twisties thing just like you guys are. But I'm not an idiot either. This doesn't seem to match with what she said earlier this week. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this, black and white sports fans? Do you see contradiction here from Simone Biles? Do you actually think that what she's saying today is quite different from what she was actually saying earlier in the week? I really do. I really, really do. And man, this is just not a good look. But, the mainstream media, they're going to continue to protect her, even though she didn't mention twisties whatsoever. But even here in the article, folks, it says Biles didn't say whether she would compete in the individual apparatus events, but noted that she wasn't experiencing those types of feelings in the uneven bars or the balance beam. So it was just, on, I guess, the vaults and things like that. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this, black and white sports fans? Let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.